Okay guys, well that was my main kit, I guess you'd call it. You will notice, and this is a chopped up way of doing it, but I'm sure I will mention again in there that you'll notice that I don't have extra clothes and I don't have much food in that bag. I have enough to get me around, get what I need, and I just have the MREs in there. But then when I get to the Jeep, that's when my game changes a little bit as far as what I'm able to do. Have my small hatchet, which is why my axe is seldom to use. This is usually able to do anything I need it to. I'll stick it up here out of the way. That's usually where it stays. This, I guess you would call an inch bag. It has, it's an I'm not coming home bag or whatever. It has just clothes, it has all kinds of things. I'm not really going to go into it. I'm sure you can imagine what's in it. It's meant for backpacking and things like that. It's not very heavy right now, but it looks a lot fuller than it is, or more full than it is. But most of what's in the other bag will transfer to this, and that is the only time that bag will ever change. So anyway, I'm going to move this out of the bag. The reason I had the cord in there and full was because I'm just running out using it for something else. Okay. Let me flip it around so I can show a few things here. Okay, this bag here is full of MREs, Mountain House, just tons of things like that. This is just an old bag that I have, and I have packed it with enough for quite a while, so there's a lot of food in here. This is, in most situations, if something really went wrong, you would let me turn this around so I can see what I'm doing here. If something went wrong, you would probably not be alone, and when I say alone, I mean other than my wife. My wife has a very, I guess I should say, techie kit. It is filled with comforts and things like that. But if someone else was with me and needed some things, I would not want to give up some of the things that I have set up. So what I've done is over here on the side, I keep a small kit that I've set up. And this I could basically hand to anybody, and I don't care anything about the items in this, and I don't care if I ever see them again. This is full of water. It's actually about up to here. I poured some out the other day doing some things, but and then I have umbrella over there. Over here are more items such as throwaway items. I have things like an Escobar. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a throwaway, but in a bad situation, if somebody had to have something, I'd hand them this. I certainly wouldn't hand them some other stuff. Okay. I have one tent here. I do have another tent if we go camping. I snore, and me and my wife do sleep in separate tents. So that is just a small dome tent, and doesn't weigh very much. She takes one, I take one. When we do go camping, you'll see other things added to this, such as the inflatable mats, the self-inflating mats and things like that. It's been so long since I got them, I think it was AWP or AMP or something like that. This is a jump starter. It has been used several times and has only had to be charged once. I'm trying to test it to see how far it will go, but it has been used several times and been in here for several months, and still, when I check it, it shows that it's full charge. Actually, it just showed that it's hitting a charge. So it's actually a good thing to know about how long it will go. But it will still jump a car off in this state. And you can plug up a cigarette lighter and charge your battery if you need to through the cigarette lighter. But of course you can't jump start it. It would, the wires wouldn't be thick enough to do that. I do have a few things in here. I'll put this back over there. I have a few things in here that I'm currently playing with, like this here that I just got. So So it's only there for that reason, because I'm currently playing around with it. I have a fishing pole. This has coolant, a converter, different tapes, wires, things like that. This will seal up a hose if it busts or whatever. And of course I have water to put in there if I need to. WD-40, there's a jack in here, jumper cables in case for some reason that is dead. I keep things like this. They are unused, but it's just because it's a fresh pack. I have a single serpentine belt, so that is the one that is for my Jeep. Small toolkit, and basically just different fluids, power steering fluids, even everything down to refilling the air conditioner. I have JB Weld, and I think I did a video on this thing, and if I absolutely have to, I will use Fix-A-Flat, but I would try not to use that. Anyway, that stays in here, and it's basically a survival kit for my Jeep. And by the way, I do welcome comments and anybody that has any suggestions. Anyway, that is my basic setup in the Jeep. And you will also notice that down here is a wool blanket that I've just put down at the bottom. It's dual purpose, just to lay down here for spreading things out, but not really necessary. Just a way to store it until I needed it. Well, that is my kit. I guess that is my system. And of course, it is expandable and does expand depending on what I'm doing for camping and things. I even add more comfort for that, believe it or not. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll be back with another video real soon.